Every individual, including myself, we see AI everywhere we look. But at the end of the day, like if everything's AI, like it means nothing. And when it comes down to day-to-day use, how do we actually use that AI and utilize for our personal life, for our business, and generally how to make that beneficial? So today I want to share how I use AI as a personal trainer and a business owner, and what tools do I use that I find helpful with running my business. Well, first of all, the first thing that made the whole AI thing very famous is ChatGPT. I am using ChatGPT regularly for the last few years, and I cannot tell whether it's a good or a bad thing, but I've been using it from the moment that it came out, and I found it extremely beneficial for running a business. In the early days, it was mostly like playing around and trying to write better, but now these tools got significantly better. And one of the functions that I love the most from ChatGPT is the deep research function. And as a personal trainer, I use this function multiple times. So one of the key things that I've been using that function for is to research how small boutique personal training studios are doing, what they're charging, how big are the sessions, and basically all the details about how businesses like mine is doing at the moment in US, in UK, and what kind of market trends do we see. So that deep research is producing me a massive report that and I go and read through, but I would put that equal to having 10 researchers scouting through the internet and trying to find information that can be beneficial for me as a business owner or for any other project that you may be doing. It just happened to be very useful for me to do market analysis, what Facebook ads are working, how much people are paying for leads on Facebook, and these kind of things. So that deep research function really benefited me to understand what's basically happening in the market. Another way that I'm using ChatGPT is actually to refining my own writing. Now, I don't really like to leave the writing to ChatGPT fully because it takes me longer time to actually prompt it correctly so it gets a output that I like. But generally what I do is if I'm thinking of Facebook, Instagram posts, I would write down the posts myself, like exactly what I want to say and the things that I want to highlight in the post. However, when I write it, it doesn't come out very nicely and it comes up a little bit all over the place. So by sending that to ChatGPT and asking to refine it and make it look a little bit better for my writing style, it helps me to come up with like a nice and easy to read post that's more engaging than what I would write myself. However, like I said, I still like to write down the ideas myself and just get ChatGPT to adjust my writing because it's still me writing those posts rather than just AI. Because if we flood the internet with just AI content, it won't be unique, it won't be individual, it won't be interesting. One more way that I'm using ChatGPT is as my marketing advisor. And it basically advises me based on the research that I did about the market. It advises me the steps that to take, content that I should create, and how should I kind of market my business, including email marketing and messages and like things like that. So it helps me in many ways in marketing. And the reason why I made that switch is because I used to have someone to help me with marketing, but she used to take so long to respond that, I mean, a month to write an email, it's a bit too much. So I can make mistakes and learn from those mistakes in a month's time. So even if the information on ChatGPT is not as good as a professional marketing advisor would give you, I can still gain experience in that month while I'm waiting for someone to reply to an email, and I will get real feedback from the market, what works and what doesn't. Another AI tool that I used to use a lot is CapCut, and that's for video editing. It has many different AI features, like helping you to clarify the audio, helping you to cut down the short clips, and generally reducing noise within your videos, and many things like that that AI features are available within CapCut. It was a good tool and I really loved using it because it helped me to basically build some AI reels. So I just upload a bunch of videos and it automatically cuts it for you. And that helps to reduce the time that you spend editing videos, while unfortunately they had some privacy um, terms and condition changes, which made me ditch CapCut as a video editing tool. But I found Descript, which is doing kind of similar thing. It has a little bit more advanced AI features in terms of cutting videos like this down, helping to cut the breaks that I have and the failed attempts while I'm speaking. However, it's lacking some editing functions and it's not as good as Canva, but the privacy terms, change and condition just made me to switch from that tool. And I hope I'll find something similar to Canva, which can automatically edit some videos for me and put them together so I can just post them on social media. One tool that I really like using is Go High Level. You have AI conversation booking bots. So basically I set that up to speak in a certain tone, and what happens when people land from Facebook ads, instead of me manually following up with them and sending a message or trying to call them, now I built up an AI follow-up chatbot which does that for me. So it automatically messages people who basically responded to my ads and showing interest in the services that I have to offer. So that helps me to save so many hours because I spend so much time manually sending messages, trying to call people, and people don't reply, they don't answer, whatever, like there's many things that happens if you try to call for tens of or hundreds of people in a certain period of time, and you spend up so much time that AI tools can help you to reduce that time, because the chances are, like my friend said, if someone doesn't reply to a text message, the chances that are that they will not reply to a call is extremely high. So now the AI chatbot helps me to filter out people who are responding and people who are not responding. So that helps me to save a significant amount of time. So for me personally, as a business owner, AI really helps to save time on the tasks that I would have to do. And it kind of helps me to produce a slightly higher quality work with, like I said, writing, because I'm writing like a 3-year-old and I need someone to make a little bit better text for me. And that's where ChatGPT comes in. Then video editing helps me to save hours from just looking at some trending reels or something and trying to copy them. Now it's much more like just putting some clips together so I get to post content and people can see that my studio is active. And like I said just a moment ago, it helps me to save significant amount of time in terms of following up leads. And I know there's more advanced tools now, like which can actually call people and things like that, but I haven't looked into it very properly, because at the end of the day, my full-time job is not to look for AI tools that can help with business. It's actually running this personal training studio and helping people with their goals, which is mostly losing weight, getting stronger, and things like that. So if you are using AI tools as a business owner, as an individual, let me know what you're using and what you find helpful in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks that you will enjoy this one. So go and watch it, and I'll see you in the next one.